Hello and welcome to the MOBS video trainings. What we're going to do today is to install System Center Operation Manager version 2012 beta version. So I have prepared, as always, with a installation document, and here you can see all the installation type and path is already guided over here. And there are some useful resources that you should go through. I'm going to go for one by one. Here's download option. From here you can download all the data files, the Java add-ons, and also the documentations. Please be aware that system requirements, as always, Windows Server 2008 R2, and we're going to need .NET 3.0, 3.5 and 4.0, and the 64-bit operating system is required. SQL Server 2008 SP and above. It didn't actually say SQL Server 2008 R2 is workable or not, but we're going to find out in a minute. So those are the primary requirements. Let's go ahead with the installation, step-by-step installation of the primary requirements. Before we're going to do that, here are some options. The documentations, these are the pre-release documentation. So these are still in beta version. Operation Manager, this is still again the pre-release version. So please go through with all the documentation and where things are actually gonna need. So you can also go ahead with the installation. There are some snapshots available over here and the accounts needed. So we're going to go through step by step. So, and let's see another one. The first management server, how to install the first management server. It's totally guided. You can either use PowerShell, or you can use the GUI for installations, and remember the ports. And there are another one, how to install additional Operation Manager, how to install Operation Manager reporting server, the beta agent, and the management pack importing, how to create a dashboard. In the first video, we're going for prerequisites, and hopefully we will go for the installations. So let's get back to the operations. PowerShell commands. Let's open up PowerShell commands. We're going to copy and paste. And the module is imported. We're going to add some requirements. Okay, so we're going to copy and paste it into a note file. We're going to omit this one. Most likely all the necessary things are already installed, because I've been using the same machine for SQL and as you can see SCCM installation. So I'm still in installing the same thing in the same machine. So no changes done to the IIS system, and all the things I have entered into the command. So let's exit this one, and then SQL Server R2. As I have said, refer to my earlier videos, SQL 2008 and 2008 R2, both installation has been shown in various videos, so I'm not going to install it right now as it's already installed over here. One thing you should know is that you have to go to Configuration Manager and enable the TCP IP, and also name pipes if you're trying to use ODBC connector for accessing the SQL Server for your application, or even because your custom application. I'm going to disable the name pipes for now, because what we're going to need is to TCP IP only. And one other thing is, if you're installing SQL Server in one go, then you should restart the service, but still you should go for a complete reboot, as everything would be applied. Every changes should be applied. And let's go for number 4. Sorry, the report viewer. Let's go for 1 and 2 again. The report viewer, most likely it's already installed. Yes, it's already installed. Finish. I've already installed .NET Framework 3.5.1 from the server features, and because you can't install it, the .NET Framework 3.5.1 manually. It's already in it's located features. So version, okay. As you can see, the 15 out of 42 is installed. IIS server extension. Let's go to add features and show you what are the things already installed in this machine. 3.5.1 is already installed. Desktop experience, group policy, ink and handwriting services, because of the recording surfaces I'm actually using, SMTP, Telnet. You don't have to install all these things except for the things you need. Process activation server, WinRM. This is the vital point for SCOM 2012. So yes, I want to exit. So .NET Framework 4.0 already installed in this machine. So all these things left for us is to, since report service is already installed, .NET Framework installed, WinRM is also installed. So coming back to the SQL part, we are already done. And also one thing we need to do, let's go to the admin group, and let's go back to the Active Directory users and computers. We are going to create a new user group called OM-admins. It's a global account. OM-admins, members. We will add some members also member. This would be a member of admins. So apply and OK. Okay, it's already a member of the crew. Let's create some users according to the management services account for the operation manager. So what we have here is, let's see. Okay, new user. The first one would be management server action account, MSAA. So first name would be OM MSAA. Login username would be the same. Control V. Next. Password never expires, so user cannot change password. We're going to assign some password over here. Create new. Copy. And the second user would be System Center Data Access Service. So SCDAS OM-SCDAS. Copy it. Password never expires. Type in the password. Another one should be created. Data reader account. OM-reader. Type in the password again. Another one is OM dash. Please do not use underscore because it's a bad practice actually. So use hyphen. Reader. Now we're going for a writer account. Type in the password for the user. Okay, let's go back to the OM admins, members. So we're going to add all four of the users into this account. Apply. Okay. So let's check back. Where's the member of? There it is. Domain users. They're in OM admins. So our users have been created, as you have seen. Over here, we're going to need to create some users for these accounts. Over here, management server action account, the data access service reader account, and also the writer account. Going back to the installation steps. So we have created all the users, and One quick thing is we need to do is go to the role service of IIS, and we're going to go for an IIS API CJ restrictions. Double click on it. As you can see, there are much more of them installed over here, and you need to allow those things as ASP.NET allow each of the items under restrictions. So ASP.NET should be allowed 4.0, and right click on it, it will give you options, all these options. You don't need to edit any features or something like that. So make sure that you have version 4.0 allowed. So that's about it. And now we're going for the installation. So let's check back again. We have installed the prerequisites: report viewer, service pack 1, .NET Framework 4 is already installed, WinRM is installed from the features. When you try to install WinRM, it will also prompt you for the IIS dependencies. Install all the dependencies also. And the PowerShell commands, we imported the server manager module into the PowerShell and then ran the command from within PowerShell. And we have also installed SQL Server 2008 R2. So we have enabled the TCP IP, and since I have restarted my machine, MS SQL service isn't actually going to be restarted. But if you don't want to restart your machine, by all means do restart the SQL Server service. So we have also created admin group for an operation manager, and we have created all four of the accounts. And this is actually not necessary unless you are installing in a member server. So we have done our checklist with the installation. I'm going to pause the video and check back and start the next video. It will show you the installation of System Center Operation Manager 2012 beta version. Since all our prerequisites are already installed and accounted for, we're going to start the installer right now. So it's already here. Let's click install. Give it some time to present the GUI. Accept the terms. Select all the management services that you need and go for all the facility and features it actually gives you. This is actually for your reading. Let's click on install all of them. You can also click on this one for a supported configuration. It would show you all the supported configuration it has. This is the path where you're going to install the SCCM 2012, and it's going to assess your hardware and software requirements, and if it meets the requirement, possibly it's going to give me some error regarding RAMs, something like that. I have 4 gig RAM into this machine, is not recommended. Yes. Please refer to the supported configuration. But anyhow, it's a lab environment, uh, and it's actually showing that authorization manager hotfix isn't going to be isn't installed in this machine. So we're going to go for fixing this resolution. I'm going to pause the video and come back while when I download it when I download the hotfix. So the hotfix is downloaded. Let's install it. It shouldn't be applicable to this machine, but anyhow I have downloaded it. Okay, there it is. The update is not applicable to your computer. Let's close it. Go for it. The management group name would be primary SCOM, and the SQL server is MS SQL Server instance name, and your server name. That's the operational database. And now we're going to create a warehouse database name, mobs srv slash new data where would be dw scom 2012, or you can also use the default instance name MS SQL Server srv backslash. One thing we need to check is to go and see the ports. As from previous videos, I have already shown how to add these ports for SQL transactions. These are already allowed in both cases, in inbound rules and also in outbound rules. So we are already good to go. Click next. SQL Server instance would be mobs srv. The reporting services, SRS. Give it some time, it will come back. Let's close the firewall rules. As for reporting services, name for warehouse database, we have given it instance of the reporting services, the default website, and the mixed mode authentications would be applied. It's going to come in soon. And all that we are actually left with is to select for authentication modes, and the websites for and the accounts should be put in order that we have created. The default website, if you want to have other choices, you can also go for it. If you want to secure transfer system to be installed, you can also select enable SSL. But for now, I'm going for the default as for SSL and for mixed mode authentication. Click next, and the username would be mobs-pd.org/ the accounts we have created. Let's go back and see the accounts again. The management server action account MSAA OM-MSAA and for the system accounts also, System Center Data Access Service account, System Center Data SCDAS, SCDAS, and for the data read account, it should be oops. Type in the passwords again. And this one also would be the reader account, OM reader, and the password, and also for over here. pd.org/om-writer. Type in the password, click next. I'm going for yes, yes, yes. Okay, as I'm actually being privileged to get the software from Microsoft Connect. And finally, the installation process would start. This is the summary to be installed. Location, the group name, the primary site server name would be primary SCOM. Operation will be created on mobs SRV. This is the server name. Primary database server would be 1 gigabyte, and the warehouse database size would also be 1 gigabyte. And the server instance name is mobs SRV. These are the service accounts. The default website would be accessible, and the authentication system would be mixed mode. And these are the web server web addresses. Let's keep a screenshot over here for the web addresses. Let's keep it that way. Click install. As you can see, it will start. The installation would start, and it would be finishing shortly. And at this point, I'm going to pause the video and come back as soon as the installation finishes. And finally, the installation completed. As you can see, I barely have any RAM left for even the recording. Okay, let's start the management console. Let's see how things are coming up. 4 gigabyte RAM is already finished. It's already eaten up. So if you're planning on deploying SCCM, System Center based software into any hardware in a production server, so you should get at least 4 GB of RAM for each core. So size it up as you wish, but one system and one server should have only one software server in it, and this is how you should actually size up your system center machines. So, and these are actually high volume IOPS software, so it's better actually not to have those things into VMs. So give it some time to run it for the first time. Actually, it took quite some time because of to install, because of the RAM. It actually ran out. So this is the primary reason why it's actually getting slower and slower. Apologies for that. I need to get some more RAM into it. And even though I have already installed uh, server service SharePoint 2010 project 2010 already installed in this machine, so I had to turn all the services off so that um, this machine could have as much RAM as it needs for installation of the SCOM. As you can see, it really needs more time, more RAM in it. It's barely running. As you can see, it's saying MUB server. It's connecting to the server. System Center Operation Manager 2012. This is the installation interface. As you can see that all of the System Center items and even other server interfaces are actually getting getting one interface. All of them are actually sharing one system interface, and they would look much similar to this one. So yeah, finally it's here is the interface for it. Let's see the RAM, how much RAM is actually free. 0, 1. Okay, so that's this is the main interface. As you can see, this is what I like. 0 warnings, but in red it actually gives me heart attacks. When I see red, that means it's critical. So now we're in monitoring tabs, agentlets. This is the discover inventory, distributor applications, and everything. And authoring is over here. Let's slowly do this. And the primary tasks are in the monitoring tools. As you can see, there are some required configuration tests, configure computers and devices to manage, import management packs for different operating systems, and enable notification channels, upgrade to full version, as this is a beta version. So by default, it's actually going to say these things to you. Management pack templates, distributed applications, and you can make groups from over here. This is the reporting services, and over here management pack templates. There are some management pack templates over here, and objects are listed over here. and the reporting tab. And it's going to take some time again, as the system has no RAM available to run this software. The next videos I would add some more RAM or uninstall some software services to get to know these things better. The administration panel. This is the total administration panel. In this video, I'm not going to go through any of this right now. In the next videos, I would definitely show you things to configure. My workspace, I'm just going through one by one so that you can see what's in there in the left side pane. So this is the total thing. So let's get out of this machine. So hopefully this video is of some help, and give me your feedback about this, about the videos I've been actually making for you guys, so that I can make improvements or something like that. Okay then, bye.